As Russia escalates its aggression in Ukraine, the geopolitical landscape is becoming increasingly volatile. Lithuania, backed by the EU, has blocked military and economic supplies to Kaliningrad, a Russian enclave. This has provoked threats of invasion from Russia. Concurrently, China is asserting its dominance, threatening the U.S. over its support for Taiwan. Fears of a global conflict are mounting, and the United States is taking these threats seriously. Understanding the enemy, China's preparations. China has been gearing up for a potential showdown with the United States, aiming to surpass the U.S. as the world's dominant superpower. Although China still lacks some key qualifications of a global superpower, its rapid economic and military growth suggests it could achieve this status within a decade. Economic maneuvers, the Belt and Road Initiative. China's strategy to displace the U.S. includes becoming the foremost economic power and safeguarding its economic interests against potential U.S. economic warfare. In 2013, China launched the Belt and Road Initiative, a grand plan to create new land and sea trade routes linking China to Europe, Africa, and other regions. This involves significant investments in infrastructure both within China and in other countries. However, China's economic partnerships often turn out to be predatory. They offer loans for large infrastructure projects like ports and rail yards, but the terms require the hiring of Chinese companies for construction, providing minimal local employment. The high-interest loans often lead to defaults, resulting in China gaining exclusive rights to the infrastructure for long periods, effectively engaging in modern-day soft colonialism. Securing trade routes, South China Sea. China is also focused on securing its trade routes through the South China Sea, rich in oil, natural gas, and fishing resources. This effort began with the construction of artificial islands in 2013, despite international rulings deeming such actions illegal. These islands have been transformed into fortified military bases, equipped with missile defenses, long runways for attack aircraft, and surveillance systems designed to counter the U.S. Navy. Military expansion, naval and aerial advancements. China has expanded its navy, now the largest in the world, with the addition of numerous ships and the commissioning of its second aircraft carrier. This expansion enhances China's ability to project power, especially in the Pacific region. The fortified islands and the expanding navy are part of China's broader strategy to challenge U.S. dominance. The potential Russo-Chinese alliance. With Russia's aggressive stance in Europe, there's concern about a potential alliance with China to challenge the U.S.-led world order. Although China is rapidly increasing its military capabilities, it still cannot defeat the U.S. alone. An alliance with Russia could force the U.S. to split its focus between conflicts in Europe and the Pacific. U.S. preparations, strengthening defenses and alliances. Naval superiority, battle force missiles. In terms of naval power, the U.S. maintains an edge with approximately 10,000 battle force missiles compared to China's 2,000. However, this gap is expected to narrow by 2030. Taiwan, likely ground zero for a potential conflict, is crucial for both strategic and economic reasons. Protecting Taiwan. Taiwan, a vibrant democracy and a major semiconductor producer, is vital for global economic stability. Its location is also strategic, forming part of the first island chain that restricts Chinese expansion in the Pacific. The U.S. has been bolstering Taiwan's defenses with advanced weapon systems and military training. U.S. President Joe Biden's statement on defending Taiwan, despite being walked back, adds to strategic ambiguity, keeping China uncertain about U.S. responses. Forming strategic alliances. The U.S. is not preparing to confront China alone. Alliances with Japan, Australia, and potentially India are crucial. The AUKUS Pact, involving the U.S., UK, and Australia, aims to enhance security cooperation and arm Australia with nuclear submarines. Meetings with the Quad, Japan, India, US, and Australia are focusing on addressing China's expansion. Military readiness, aircraft, and submarines. The U.S. is prioritizing the procurement of advanced fighter jets like the F-35 while upgrading legacy aircraft such as the F-15 and F-18. The Navy is expanding its fleet of Aegis-equipped vessels and enhancing anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare capabilities. Submarines remain a key asset, with the U.S. maintaining a significant advantage despite China's larger, less advanced fleet. Hypersonic and long-range missiles. In the realm of hypersonic missiles, the U.S. is catching up with Russia and China. While maneuverable hypersonic missiles are a concern, the U.S. is making strides in developing advanced air-to-air missiles with enhanced range and capabilities, preparing for a dual front, Europe and the Pacific. Given the likelihood of simultaneous conflicts in Europe and the Pacific, the U.S. is focusing on strategic readiness and alliances. Russia's military struggles in Ukraine highlight its weaknesses, but a combined threat from Russia and China cannot be ignored. Conclusion: vigilance and preparedness. The U.S. is taking comprehensive measures to prepare for potential conflicts with both China and Russia. Through strategic alliances, military advancements, and economic measures, the U.S. aims to maintain its global leadership and counter any threats to the current world order.